Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can transfer your drawing over to your Scratchboard. So you've got your sketch. I only did one for my example, but so you've got it on your folded piece of paper. What you're going to do is turn it over, and on the back of your preferred sketch you're going to use one of these ebony pencils. This is actually a 6B, so it's a very soft graphite pencil, and you're just going to take the side of that pencil and you're going to put a lot of graphite on the back of your paper like this. There is special paper that's made for this for artists that sometimes is like a chalky white, or it can be just graphite gray like this, but if you don't have that, you can do it this way. So you've got your drawing, your paper's folded, and you scribbled all over the back. Then you're going to put the scribble side down next to your top of your Scratchboard. So you make a little Scratchboard sandwich. And your Scratchboard should fit exactly in there because the folded paper and the Scratchboard are the same size. Now what you'll do is just take your regular 2B pencil and you're going to trace over the pencil lines of your sketch that you want to keep. And what this is going to do is press the graphite that you put on the back of the paper over onto the Scratchboard. Let's see what it looks like. So you can already see just in that little section that I did that there are really light lines that have been transferred from the graphite. You can also see some scratches. I used an old piece of Scratchboard that I knew nobody else would want for the demonstration. But you can see in the glare right there, you can see the gray lines as I've traced them. So you're just going to keep going around to all of the lines and trace those. So I'll show you again. So now you can see where that eye is. Just make sure that your paper stays in the same position relative to the Scratchboard. Having it folded over the edge like that will help. Just go slow, be real careful, and then as soon as you've got all your lines transferred over, then you can start scratching them in. You're going to start scratching by essentially tracing over the lines that you already did with your tool. What you want to do first is get all of your main lines scratched in. I would be very careful, go slow. This is the really important part. And like we kind of learned in the last video that we watched, you really cannot make mistakes on this that are easy to fix. So if you end up scratching a line that you don't like, you can't unscratch it. So I would just caution you to go slow, work carefully, and by the end of class today, I'd like you to have your drawing transferred over and then all of your main lines scratched in. I would use the smaller tool for this step. If you want to use the engraving tool, when you've got areas where you know you want almost all of that scratched off, I would kind of save it for areas like that. So for example, in the middle of that eye, I'm going to want to scratch all of that away. So for that, I would probably choose the engraving tool because I know that I can more easily scrape it off with that. Okay, so that's your next step. So remember, just put the graphite on the back of the paper, put the paper in like a little sandwich, trace over all the lines, scratch off your main lines first, and then you can start adding details. Okay, have a great time.